Hi folks, welcome back to the channel. So I thought today I'd do a wee bit of an update and share with you some of my plans that I've got for next year. You need to excuse the weeds because they're growing quicker than I can get down here to take them out. So let's have a look around. The comfrey's starting to come into second flowers again. This is some of the borage. This area here, this is all going to be changing next year. This apple tree, that's coming out. And I'm going to put another two of these raised beds in, because the sun comes right in and goes along this way, and it's a lot of space wasted on that apple tree. And also, as you can see, the bindweed gets right in there and it's really hard to get out. So still a work in progress, but it is getting better. I mean, I've only had it for 2 years. This is the 2nd year, and I'm pretty pleased with what results I've had so far. So over here, the sweet corn, that's really shot up. The first sign of cobs. I mean, just to get a bit of context, I'm 6 feet and that's probably well over 7 foot tall, but the cobs don't seem to be forming very quickly. And then next doors, as you can see, it's still a bloody mess, but it's just something I've got to deal with, and hopefully it'll get relet. And these tomatoes maybe wasn't the best place to put them because the corn is sort of shading out a lot of the sun. There's a couple coming. There's a couple there. Hopefully we'll not get any blight. I think I've seen another one. Yeah, there's another one there starting to come. We'll see what happens with that. There's some down there as well. And this bed here that had the onions in it, I sowed some more beetroot. Not that I need it, but I didn't want to leave it empty. I think I've probably pickled about 8-9 big jars of it. And we've got these leeks, they need to get in the ground soon. This had beetroot in it. There's a rogue one come up. I put a few spring onions. They're starting to show. Well, they'll come to end, I don't know. There's the strawberry plants that I took off a strawberry around there for the runners. They've all taken. So I need to decide where to put them next year. And then this thing, this butternut squash, that just went wild. But I can't see any butternut squash so far. Never grown butternut squash before, but there it goes, starting to go there where the courgettes are, all the way back there. And the beans, they were a bit of a disaster this year. They only grew on one side of the archway, but that will give me enough. I've picked a fair few, got more coming there. The never-ending courgette plant, it's got another 2 on it, but you can see all the ones that I've took off it. Probably, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe about 15. They're still coming. These beetroot, I deliberately let them go to seed. Never tried to seed save with beetroot before, but I do like it, and I grow a lot of it, so we'll see what happens with that. There's another beetroot in there, but if that goes to seed, doesn't matter. And then this was an experiment with the dwarf beans. I've said in previous videos, draw nitrogen into the soil. You can see the amount of fruit that's on it. I think that might have been a success or a coincidence, who knows. But I'm going to try it next year with all my tomatoes. I'll pick some of them before I go. There's one of the beans there. I think they were Stanley dwarf beans, but there's quite a few in there. Spring onions in there. I think if you can see down there, there's a wasp nest in there, in that hole in the corner. So stay away for that. That's the fig that I should have really repotted this year, but once all that goes brown and the plant starts to die off, I'm going to put it into one of these big pots. And the pond, still no frogs. This bed here, this is new this year or not, that had a rosemary plant in it that was like the apple tree, was absolutely matted with bindweed, as you can see. But I've not done much with it. I had beetroot in there that I've took up, I had peas at the back. We've got a Swiss chard in there. A couple of autumn champion onions, I've let them go to seed. Again, I've never seed saved with onions, so I'll give that a go. More chard there. It's growing good. So the idea will be, once the apple tree comes out, that cowl frame has gone somewhere else. I need to repair it. There's a couple of panes need replacing, and then I want the borage, and I'm going to put nasturtiums, and the idea probably up to about here. That's all going to be flowers. But as I say, if I clear all that, clear the apple tree, it'll be much easier to tackle the bindweed, because there's loads of it. But I've made progress since I got the allotment, so that's the sort of main thing. This area here, this is where I grew garlic. So again, to give myself maybe a chance of keeping things a bit tidier, I've put another pond in there, and the liner goes right back to there. Again, that's a work in progress. Compost bin, that always seems to maintain a reasonably decent temperature. I have had it up to 120 before. I mean, it's sitting at, sitting just short of 100, which isn't the best, but it isn't the worst. I've actually took some compost out of that and topped up the bed that had the onions in, so it is producing compost. So that's really about it. I just thought I'd do a wee bit of an update. I'll not bother with the polytunnel. That's went to rack and ruin. When I went on holiday, there's a lot of bindweed started in there, and it's just spread a bit. So again, we'll look at that next year. So anyway, I hope everybody's having a nice weekend, getting plenty of produce out the gardens. So I'll leave that one there, and thanks for watching. I'll see you all soon. Bye.